All right, the final two parts of the lesson plan that we're going to discuss are the smaller blue sections of the lesson plan. The first are the instructional materials that need to be completed. Basically, the supports section. This is what you're going to use to show the students what you're doing. This is in the form of pictures, projection on the wall, cards, or visuals, anything that you're going to do to support your learning, a whiteboard, etc. Okay, this is just basically, of course, any equipment that you need and the materials that you're going to use besides the equipment in your gym. For this lesson plan, the teacher used a video demo skill. He showed probably a YouTube video or some type of video on the wall of how the dribbling the soccer ball was supposed to look, and then had some cue cards set up either on an iPad or in picture form on the wall. The equipment listed is what they got, and then the materials was music because that was their cue for movement. Okay, that was their signal for the game. So this is just a basic, simple area of your instructional materials for the game. And the very final section on the lesson plan are the accommodations, the adaptations, and the theory research and reference that goes on here. So on this, you're going to identify basically any learning needs that you need to address. This is just a basic overview of the different types of students you're addressing that are coming to your class. Any accommodations made for adapted or multi-skill level kids. The theory that you're using, and this is going to require a little bit of research, okay, on your theorist. How it's connected to your lesson. How does this theory connect to your lesson? And then original site of your plan, your source. Remember, no YouTube. Use real links so that I can click it and find it. And it must say modified by you because you are going to make modifications. Okay? This is so important. For this lesson plan, the learning needs were the students that were struggling with tapping with direction and force, which directly connects to the state course of study and your objectives for the lesson. The accommodations made, of course, we listed all these in the modification section. So all you're doing is rewriting this. Your theory, Bloom's taxonomy of application. Okay, he chose this. This is not the only answer to this question, but this is the one he chose. And we've learned a lot about Bloom's. So here you go. And how is it connected to the lesson? Because in order to get to application, to be able to apply something, they have to understand and know the skills to be able to physically demonstrate them. So just as you learned in class, you are now having to apply your application of Bloom's to allow the students to apply it to the game. Okay? And then last, the source. You can click this source, and this will be modified by your name. Okay? Every single source must be modified. Nothing is just as it's written because your classroom is different. And this is the final video of how to write a lesson plan.